you're still trying to explain what you do instead of showing why it matters, that is why your dream clients aren't finding you. So let's fix that. In this video, I am breaking down the number one reason your business feels like you're shouting into the void and how to shift from invisible to magnetic without burning yourself out or selling your soul. So welcome if you're new here. I'm Jen Scott, a quantum alchemy mentor and business energetic strategist, and I help healers and lightworkers and soul-led entrepreneurs build businesses that honor their frequencies so they can attract aligned clients, create consistent income, and stop burning out trying to follow strategies that were never meant for them in the first place. So I am really here to help create a business that actually fits who you are, because your magic deserves to be seen and your voice deserves to lead, and your business should really feel like home and an extension of your soul. Now, here's the hard truth nobody told us when we first started our sacred businesses, right? Your clients, they do not care how many certifications you have. They don't care how many tools you've mastered, and they do not care about your process. They care about becoming their future self. So we need to stop trying to constantly educate our clients all the time about what we do. Okay, so start showing them who they'll become because of your work instead. And your job isn't to make people think, oh, that's really interesting, I learned something new today, okay? No, your job is to make them feel like, oh my God, that is me, and I need this work in my life, right? They need to relate to what you're saying. So what your client really does care about is, how will their lives change because they hired you? And what transformations will they feel because they trusted in you? So this is where most spiritual entrepreneurs trip up. We think we're selling our services, but what we're really meant to sell is their future self. And if you want high ticket DMs with no effort, if you want clients who feel your energy and come to you ready, this is where it starts, okay? So I've been there as well. I used to feel like if I really say what I can do, if I really own my magic, I'm gonna sound super egotistical. So I softened my message. I thought I was staying humble, right? So I would over explain my process and info dump on people because truly deep down, I guess it felt safer. But really, everything changed when I stopped shrinking and really started owning the transformation that was actually happening in my sessions. The transformation my clients were experiencing was absolutely life-changing. So why wouldn't I talk about it? Right? It doesn't make sense. And I was pinpointing exactly where my clients were blocking themselves in their business, in their healing, in their relationships, and clearing it at the root. And when I started talking about that transformation and not my toolkit, everything shifted. Okay, so for example, one of my clients, brilliant human design, right? She's does beautiful readings, but was strictly making educational content, educational videos like, what is line one? What does this gate mean? And she heard crickets. People didn't want an education. They wanted to know, how is this going to help me, right? Stop second guessing myself, or how is this going to help me trust myself and make the aligned decisions? Or maybe your Instagram page looks like a beautiful Pinterest board of affirmations, right? Beautiful words like, or quotes like, your healing begins the moment you decide you're worthy. But does your audience actually know what you do, how you will help them go from stuck to transformed, right? It's too vague, it's too soft, and it's too safe. Okay, so you might get followers, they might feel inspired, but they're probably not going to buy. And that's not because you're not powerful, but because they don't see how you'll help them change their life. So most of us explain and explain what we do because deep down we're scared to own how powerful we actually are. We want to sound professional, so we water it down. We don't want to trigger people, so we soften our truth, right? We're afraid of being judged or misunderstood or seen as too much, so we shrink and we tweak and we over explain. And that fear often comes from past life persecution or childhood shame or being taught to stay small, to stay safe, right? It can be ancestral survival patterns, and it's nervous system wiring that says visibility equals danger. So this isn't necessarily a mindset issue, it's just this energetic pattern, and it's time to disrupt that. So what actually attracts clients? Okay, so clients don't hire you because of what you do. They hire you because of what they feel when they hear you speak. They hire you because they see their future self reflected within your words. So messaging from your truth and not your fear, right? Speaking to their future self and not your toolkit, and showing up as the version of you who already owns her sacred power, the one who already embodies the transformation your client is seeking. Instead of, saying, I offer energy healing or inner child healing sessions. It's vague, right? You're not telling them what the transformation is. You can say, I help sensitive women stop second guessing every decision and set boundaries that actually stick, and finally feel safe saying no without spiraling in guilt. So you see the difference? Now you're speaking to what they experience daily, the patterns they feel stuck in, and not the process, right? So instead of saying, I support spiritual growth, you can say, I help women stop micromanaging everyone's energy so they can walk into the room without feeling overwhelmed. So when you speak like this, in micro, specific, real examples that your clients can relate to, right? Your dream client doesn't just see another healer, they see their guide. And this is how you start receiving those high ticket DMs with no effort. Your energy is what calls them in, and your clarity. Okay, so your clients aren't confused by your message if it's very vague. Okay, so they get attracted by your energy, your clarity, your boldness, and your sovereignty. Okay, so this works because it bypasses the spiritual jargon that they might relate to, but they might not quite understand how that transformation, how you can transform their lives for them, right? It speaks to their day-to-day struggles and makes the transformation more vivid and relatable to them. And this is what builds trust. And trust is everything right now. People have been so burnt by gimmicks and like just bait and switch offers and this bro marketing. And people are really craving truth and really craving your authenticity. And this is how you move from inspiring to magnetic, from liked to loved and respected and an authority in your field because your resonance does the work for you. So go back, look at your past videos, look at your last post, your bio. Is it clear what you help with at a glance? Okay? So if you can change one line today, replace one info dump or a generic quote with one bold truth about the transformation you create. And that's how you start attracting aligned clients. Your dream clients don't need another soft post. They need you to speak your truth and own your gifts and say the things that might push away the wrong people, because that's how you call in the right ones. And the right ones will feel it. They'll be able to see themselves in your words, right? Like, that's me, that's my guide. And the wrong ones will keep scrolling. So if you are a light worker or healer or spiritual coach, you weren't born to blend in, like, ever. You are here to lead. So in the next video, we're breaking down the 4 frequency codes that align your business with your energy field so your strategy stops fighting your soul and starts supporting it. And so please make sure to like and subscribe for the next one.